Hi everyone. Okay, so I got some really good feedback from yesterday from Tumblr and YouTube, and I'm really glad you guys enjoyed it. I think it was Plastique from Tumblr that asked for my story, so I'll tell you. When I was 12 or 13, I had a lot of symptoms. Up until 15 years old, I had a lot of symptoms, like I had numbness in the arms and legs, and I was very clumsy, but I thought it was just a, natural thing. Until when I was 15 years old, one day, I was in my German class, and we were, it was before class had started. My friends and I were playing with those square pieces of gum, the Icebreakers gum, and I don't know why it came over me, but I was young and stupid, I know, and they have little flavor bubbles with the mint, and I squeezed the bubble, and I was staring at it, and it was really close to my face, and it got into my left eye. This one. It got into my left eye, and I went blind from that, I thought. So, my vision wasn't very good in my left eye for a couple weeks before that, but that just made it go totally blind. So, when I got home from school, my mom said, we'll rinse it out with some of that, eye drops, and we'll check, if it gets worse, then we'll take you to the doctor. So, I rinsed it out, and it was about 1 or 2 weeks, and it was still I was still blind in that eye. So my mom took me to my local eye doctor, and she looked at it, and she said that the optic nerves in the very back of my eye were very, very swollen, and I needed to get to the hospital right away. Or not the hospital, but the specialist right away. So I went to the specialist, and he told me that I needed to be admitted. Thank God that my town is so small that my specialist was in the hospital. So I was admitted for a week, and they did test after test after test, and they didn't know what it was. They thought it was acute something or other, and so we didn't think we had MS. So it was about a month later, and all of a sudden it happened again. Except it got worse. My the right side of my body went limp. I couldn't talk very good, like my tongue kept on getting in the way. It still happens a lot, so sorry. And my left eye was blind still. So we went and they did more tests, and it turns out I had a lot of lesions on my brain, and since this was my second attack, they said it was MS. Although a lot of my doctors had didn't really think it was MS. They refused to say it was MS until like 2 months later I had another attack, and it's been like that forever. They put me on Rebif, and I was on that for a year, and that didn't work very good for me. It hurt every 3 days. I was in pain, and I was getting sick, and it was just terrible for me. I did not like it at all, and I had all these bruises and pain around my stomach and my arms and my legs, and it was horrible. So finally, I refused to take it. I wouldn't take it anymore because it was making me miserable. So I talked to my doctor about it, and he prescribed me to Tysabri. And Tysabri, it's a once-a-month thing, and with Rebif, I was having relapses every month. If not every month, every other month. And with Tysabri, I started it in March, I believe, and I haven't had one since, thank God. So that was really, really nice. Plastique wants to know why I switched meds, because I didn't like my other one and it wasn't working. And in comparison, Tysabri, it hurts a lot less. You are kind of sick a little bit with a headache, because I had headaches, and I had headaches, and I was really tired, and what else was it? And I was a little bit nauseous, and I was having some bladder control problems for like 3 days after of Tysabri. But with Rebif, it wasn't helping at all. I was having every symptom there was and more. So having, 1 or 2 or 2 or 3 days of those symptoms compared to 3 days a week, I really like Tysabri. Okay, and then Penny Girl went blind in her left eye. Penny Girl on YouTube. Thank you, Penny Girl, for watching, by the way. You said you went blind in your left eye. That's exactly what happened to me, and that's how I was diagnosed, like I said. But my last relapse that I had, right before I went on Tysabri, I went blind in my right eye. So that, well, it wasn't exactly blind. It was a white spot, like a cloud, you know, and I could see around the cloud, but it was in the middle. So there was that. So I wanted to see how many other people watch this, because I'm not sure, and I wanted to hear more stories. The best thing I could recommend for an MS patient is stay away from MSGs. They're not good for us at all. That's why I became a vegetarian, because of it. And then you want to exercise daily, but don't wear yourself out. Do something like yoga. Yoga is very, very good for MS. Always use or do things to work with your mind. I do crossword puzzles, or not crossword, word searches. What else? Oh, and then go to an MS support group. I try to go every month, but I'm the only teenager there, because there's only three teenagers in my city that have MS. One of them doesn't want anything to do with us, and the other one is one of my very good friends. So if you have a support group, then I really recommend going to it, because there's nothing like being around people that know exactly what you're going through. And I think that's all for now. So I just wanted to thank you guys for watching, and please, again, put your stories below, comment, and have a really good day. God bless.